Hello everybody, welcome along to the stream. How are we all doing? Don't adjust your calendars, today is not Saturday, it is Friday, and there's a reason why we're online on Friday. It's because we can't do tomorrow night. So we're going to do a stream tonight, and we're going to do a stream on Monday because it's a bank holiday here in the UK, so you're going to get 2 streams this weekend, so super excited for that. So tonight, what are we doing? We're in Automobilista 2. This weekend, obviously, the Belgian Grand Prix is taking place over at Spa Francorchamps. It's rather a special Grand Prix, not only because it's returning back to racing again after the summer break, but also Spa is Spa, isn't it? So I thought what we could do is we're going to take a look at all the Formula 1 car, well, Formula 1 style cars in Automobilista 2 and go through a history of F1 at Spa, going from oldest to newest, and just generally have a laugh and have some fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. Kieran, hello! Welcome along. Troy is looking forward to this. It's going to be fun. So yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to this as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have several races. So we're going to do quick 5-lap races in each car. And because it's Spa, we're going to have random weather going on as well. So we'll get into that as we go. So let's jump into the sim now. So looking forward to this. This is going to be a good giggle, I think. So we'll go to the single race mode, and here we are. So we've got, first up, the Formula Vintage Gen 1. So there's a couple of Formula Vintage models. So we obviously got the Gen 1 Model 1 and the Model 2. The difference being one's V8, one's V12. But there's plenty of V8s coming up, so I thought let's take the V12 to start us off with. So we'll run with that, and I'm going to go with this kind of, I don't know, it's almost Brabham colours, but not quite. The red on the nose is not what you expect to find on the Brabham. So as we've only got 2 versions of Spa in Automobilista 2, we're going to run on the classic 93 circuit up until we get to that kind of era of car, and then we'll switch to the newer version as we get a little bit further and a bit more modern through history. So old version to start running the Formula Risers. Actually got it down to 6 laps. We'll put that down to 5 laps because we don't need that many. So we're going to have 10 minutes of qualifying just to kind of get used to the car first up as well, and see how we go. Hi Troy, how are we doing? Glad you like the concept, Kieran. That's yeah, I thought we'd do something a bit different. So you know, this channel we like to do lots of different things, so why not try something a little out of the ordinary? But yeah, the F1 cars in Automobilista 2, there's plenty of variety, there's plenty of options available to us, so we should be able to get some good races going on this evening. So 10 minutes of qualifying in front of us now, and here we go. H-pattern gearbox, of course, in our V12 cigar tube shaped single-seater. Is this the one with the chicane the other way around? Yes, this is one with the double bus stop. So, well, the actual bus stop, as we should call it, because it's the one that goes left-right and then right-left. So this is the old version first. It's not too dissimilar from the modern one, obviously, with some glaring differences being the road markings and different curbs, different runoffs and things. So the general layout's pretty much the same. It's just a couple of little cosmetic differences, and of course the bus stop chicane, which is entirely different. So down the Kemmel Straight we go, V12 blaring out behind us, down to Les Combes, get the car stopped just about. Yep. Super loose on the old steering. Destroyed by the AI. Nothing new there. Massive understeer going on, but cure that with some right foot and slide it out of the corners. Now, it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to driving these cars. I mean, recently we've been driving more modern machinery, which is easier to drive, and there we are already up in the gravel, so that started well. Let's try and get out of the beach, shall we? This is not where we want to be. But the good thing is at least there is some runoff to stop us. Back in the day, when Spa Francorchamps first held Belgian Grand Prix, which incidentally was back in 1920s. So it's Spa Francorchamps has seen motor racing action for many, many years. Come on, car. But obviously the circuit's changed considerably over time, and back in the day there was not much to catch you if you were to run off, and there were some very horrible accidents along the way, which has obviously seen changes to the circuit layout and safety improvements as well. So hopefully we won't have any nasty ones. We'll just have the occasional run off into the gravel potentially. Like that. Gotta remember these old cross-ply tyres do not have big grip. Okay, let's try and keep it on track, but quickly as well. That's the key. I do like the old bus stop. It's good fun. It makes the speed into La Source a lot higher as well. Makes it more of an overtaking opportunity. Down to first gear, super slow corner, before you light the throttle up again, plunge downhill, and then down towards the legendary Eau Rouge and Radion. Bit of a break at the bottom because I'm not brave enough to take it flat, and that's probably a good decision because everyone else did the same. You love Spa, Troy. Favourite Grand Prix? Oh no, there was another crash today, I didn't see that. That's not good. Yeah, there's been one too many recently, not only in F1 but also in the GTs. There was a big crash at Spa in the 24-hour. Yeah, there's been a lot of bad accidents happen around Spa Francorchamps circuit, but that's what I guess is... No, it's just one of those circuits where you just have to give it respect because it's very, very quick and very dangerous as well. It's also what makes it such a challenge to drive. Right, this time we're actually going to get through Pouhon, hopefully. It's good, we didn't find the kitty litter this time through. Definitely not on pace with the AI. So we're probably going to be at the back of the grid here. Well, what I do love about these old 60s style Formula cars is that they do require a degree of finesse to get around the track. You've got to balance things and you're constantly moving around. So 6-car pileup in W Series, oh no. That's the lap time disallowed, that's because I ran off. Gotta get it stopped for the bus stop. First time approaching it at high speed. Gotta brake a bit earlier than that. But one of the other things that's so unique about Spa in today's era of Formula One is the length of the lap. It's so long in comparison to all the other circuits on the calendar. That presents its own unique challenges, especially in qualifying, where you don't have as much time to get that all-important lap in. You've got to time your runs and make sure that your runs are clean so that you can actually get that lap on the scorecard. So, definitely a very unique and challenging circuit. Yes, I've heard AMS2 is very good in VR. I don't use VR, but I have used it in the past. But I do know that people have said that the Madness engine is quite good in VR. Okay, so we've got a little bit of temperature in the tyres now. So I'm going to say this very loosely because there's more grip available, but relatively speaking there's still not that much grip. But at least the car's attempting to turn into the corners now, which is nice. path, or the fanias, depending on what you want to call it. Little right-left section. Don't know how we held that, but managed to get away with it. Kind of Paul Frere, which is very difficult to get right. You think it's a lot quicker than it actually is, really. It's quite a tight corner, especially when you haven't got the aero to help you. What am I doing braking there for? This is the one I'm supposed to brake at. I'm all over the place. Just terrified of losing the lap. Right, brake early for the bus stop. This is a very tentative lap. It's not going to be a very quick one whatsoever, but I made it around the lap, and that's the most important thing for me. Right. Well, according to the... I was going to say we're not last, but that's possibly just down to the fact that not everyone set lap times. Oh no, they have. Okay, I don't feel so bad. We're going to skip to the end of that session, and we'll go straight to the race. Right, so... Oh, let's get restart session. Skip to the end, we'll just go from the back, it's fine. So all that for nothing. Right, so full grid of 26 cars, including myself, and we're going to be at the back trying to pick up the pieces. So here we go, this is 1960s cars at Spa Francorchamps. Go, wait for the green lights and we're away. Just a sea of cars ahead of us. Didn't really want to do the first corner AI lunge, but here we are. Oh, someone's already around. I think we might have a little bit of damage. The wheel's a little bit off-centered, but it's alright, we'll persevere. No, we won't. Okay, let's start that again, because my own lack of patience. I'm going to watch BDC at Thruxton. I probably will catch up with it at some point. That's the great thing, you can watch so many different things at the same time and not miss out. Closing the door this time. I'm going to sneak my nose up in the inside there. It's going to... Okay, we'll have that. Instantly up to P8. I have used Crew Chief in the past. I haven't got it set up with AMS2. So I just drive blind, essentially. But... it is a very good app. I do enjoy using that app. It's pretty intuitive and adds a good level of immersion as well. Right, quickly on the case of this guy ahead of us. Let's see if we can stay there. Just nicely sliding through that. Oops, that's the curb. Yeah, hopefully that isn't the start on Sunday, but going by recent F1 starts, who knows? And if it's going to be wet as well, potentially, it could be absolute chaos. So, what's your favourite Spa F1 moment? There's been quite a few over the years. Anyone in particular that stays in your mind? I think one in particular that I've enjoyed and been reminded of just recently as well is the Mika Häkkinen overtake on Schumacher going into Les Combes. Just incredible. Amazing move down the inside using the back marker. Oh, that's a lock brake. Just skip the chicane. And because we've got such a big V12 behind us, we've got to use the torque where we can. So try and use lower gears rather than revving it really high or going down too many gears. We're staying kind of static where we are. We're not really making any inroads onto the guy ahead of us. Although he's not entirely getting away. We're quicker in some parts of the circuit. It's about 2018. Vettel's win, was it? And we're back up with him again. This is definitely our stronger part of the circuit by the looks of things. Do you like the V10 F1s? Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? We'll be onto those at some point. Eyes are on stalks, trying to keep control of this thing. Definitely they are quicker on the latter part of the lap. Here we go. So that last little flick through the old bus stop, it's got to aim it towards the curbs and hope that it kind of stays going in that direction. Okay, we're right up with him now. Hopefully we can get a good run through Eau Rouge and Raidillon and then carry that speed down Les Combes, or down to Les Combes, should I say, because we are quicker through here. Here we go. Right. See if we can sneak up the inside, use that V12 power. Got it done. Getting a bit of a rhythm going now, we're actually getting a feel for the car. Usually when I say those kind of things, that means we're instantly going to have an off. Was nearly it. The 03 Belgian Grand Prix was good. Yeah, there we go. That's the off. Oh yes, there's that engine explosion, wasn't it? Okay, come on, let's get out of this. Pouon strikes again. Still not last. It's with a bit more work to do than we originally had planned on. I was correct. See? I know myself pretty well. I know where my downfall is. then does serve me right for reading comments going into the braking zone for Pouin. It's not the most ideal place to catch up with what's going on. But luckily, this is just for fun. I don't think I'll go down to first gear next time. Second gear is plenty for the bus stop. Bit of action going on ahead. See if we can get closer to them and join in. That's this one and one more to go. Still going for it up ahead. I think P13 for the moment. Up on the grass as well. Turn in and wait patiently for the car to come back to you before applying the throttle out of Rivage. Troy, I'm doing it again. You timed that to perfection. Not the safest of rejoins, but we're back on track. Yes, it is a sad thing that the Japanese Grand Prix has been cancelled. But yeah, it does save you the early morning wake up. Oh, now we're all over the place. See, this is why not many cars finish Grand Prix. Stutters. This is why not many cars finish Grand Prix back in the 60s, partly because cars failed and wheels fell off, like in Lotuses gone by, but partly because the cars are so difficult to drive. I think now the aim is just to kind of get to the end. If we can do that, I'll be a happy man. And it was all going so well. Right, leave in second gear. As much as I love the 60s era of race cars, I need to practice them more to be able to drive them properly. Yes, this is very true. Back in the day, they didn't have the excuse of trying to read chat going into some of these corners flat out. It's very true. Although I think it could probably be possible for F1 drivers today, because it's not quite as demanding on the brain in terms of driving the car around the track. I mean, obviously there's several buttons to press and keep the car in its correct engine modes and things, but let's see if we're going to hold on to a top 20 position. Which means we've got to get back ahead of this one to absolutely secure that. Right, come on, only half a lap to go, you can do this. Don't look at chat going into Blanchimont, turn in, run off that little checklist in your own brain. Be uber careful now. goes top 20. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to How Not to Drive a classic F1 car around Spa Francorchamps. Because that's what you all tuned in to watch, wasn't it? Not a history of Spa Francorchamps Belgian Grand Prix, but how to watch someone with no talent try and control a 60s Grand Prix car. Okay, let's see if we can dive bomb this guy and get the penultimate place in the race, where we don't deserve to be, quite frankly. This finishing position is quite fitting for how this race has gone. Yeah. The Spin Racing Bible, that's right, that's who we are. Right, well, aim completed, we got to the end of that. Right, move on. Nothing to see here. Ah, dear. That went downhill very quickly, didn't it? That was, yeah, we started off on a reasonable level and we were just happily going around, minding our own business. And then, yeah, it just all died. Right, okay. Formula Vintage Gen 2, because we didn't quite get enough of spinning in Formula Vintage Gen 1, let's go to Gen 2. So in this we have 4 cars. We have Brabham BT26A, a couple of generic Model 1 and 2s, and the Lotus Type 49, which I think I'm going to run in this one because just a pretty Grand Prix car, isn't it? It's just so nice. This is where the aero starts to come in. You've got a couple of fins on the nose, a bit of a wing on the rear end. Other than that, it's pretty similar to the last one, but just a tiny little bit of aero. And let's hope that is what helps me out on this one. We're going to just do races. We're going to not bother with the quali. We're just going to jump straight in. And we'll set ourselves a... Where do we do with it now? I'm trying to figure out where we set our start position. Well, I've completely lost where it is now. Yeah, there it is. Random grid position, that's what we want. Let's click those down a little bit because I'm feeling weak. Right. Let's try again. This time we're in the next one up. So this is late 60s heading towards early 70s, but more late 60s. So we have 440 brake horsepower, H-pattern box still. Don't have wets as such. We have cross-ply tyres as we did in the last one. So here we go. Where are we starting this one from? Where is it going to put us? Dead last. Thanks. Random starting position or last, depending whichever you want. Right. Here we go then. Okay. Locked going into turn 1. Nowhere to go. Let's see if everyone behaves a bit nicer going through turn 1 this time without getting into each other. And they have. They have, almost. Apart from me. Right, so this is the Cosworth DFV engine powering this Lotus 49C. Very iconic F1 engine. And you'll probably hear a lot of this engine as we go through the eras because it features in quite a lot of the different cars up until early 90s. Oh, sorry, 80s even. Ooh, we got spinners at Lakecombe. Managed to avoid it. Already this is feeling a much nicer car to drive than the last one. However, there's still time. There is still time for me to make a mess of it. Oh, that sounds awesome. DFV. Just slight balance of oversteer going through there. It's a little bit more poised on the road as well, which is why the Lotus 49 is such a successful Grand Prix car. Not Buron. It's a little bit late. I didn't see that till the curve 4 Frere, so thanks for keeping me on my toes though, I appreciate that. Got the inside out of Blanchimont. Down to the bus stop. Ooh, we've already got cars off in front of us. That's my job. Give over. Ooh, someone just ploughing another car into the last part of the bus stop. Yeah, we've learned that lesson now, Troy. We're not going to read comments going into Pouhon. So we're getting a little bit feisty, trying to get the inside of me into La Source. Right, there's a group of cars ahead. Let's go get them. So this one is a lot more forgiving. So I think the V12 was just that much of a brute that when he got sideways, it was just the end of the game. Look at this, almost 4 wide going down to Lake Holm. That's not going to work. So there's a little bit more drivability in the V8. Is there any room for anyone else to come through? Or are you just going to take up the entire track? Come on, I want to play too. Okay, right. The Lotus ahead of us. You can tell by the different rear wing arrangement compared to the others. A 3-element rear wing. Oh, that's so nice through there. You just feel the car moving around, but not uncontrollably so. Just enough just to let you know that you are reaching the edge of grip levels. Tell you what though, when you hit one of those big curves with one of the outside tyres, it really does pull you in. Okay, so we've made some progress up through the field, up to P18, mostly from the start, but let's see if we can pick off a couple of these guys ahead of us cleanly as well. That's going to be the key. I don't want to just plough through them. I want to do this properly. Next second, turn 1. Straight into the back of them probably. No, too far back. Even I wouldn't dive bomb them from here. What's my favourite racing car of all time? I think I'm going to go with quite a basic one actually. I'm going to go with a Lotus Cortina, Mark 1 Lotus Cortina. Just a fun car. There we go, got a big run but nowhere to go. Yeah, the Cortina's probably one of my favourites, just its sideways nature, its wheel lifting characteristics on the inside wheel, the look of the thing, and just the general competition of racing against the likes of Minis and Mustangs and things. Bit of a giant killer in that respect, but so good. But I like so many different race cars, it's so difficult to just choose one. I mean, watching the action from Le Mans last weekend. I mean, you had the Endurance Legends racing going on there, and you had the likes of, you know, Bentley Speed 8s and old school NGT Porsches and all that stuff going on. Now, I love the GT1 cars like the Celine, the 550 Maranello, but I also, you know, love touring cars and single-seaters as well. I mean, one of the other cars which we will probably get to in the stream later on, as I've noticed, I think we have a bit of Spa happening. Yeah, it's Spa, so it's gonna change weather on you. So it's just one of those things, you know. You jump into this car after the disaster we had with the Formula Vintage Gen 1, and you start to get a bit of a feel for driving the car, and then Spa throws some rain at you. Just because, you know, you can't be doing well. What's this all about? Hey, Funky. Fosca. What year did that appear in Formula 1? Yeah, got the rain droplets on the window. The rain has come in at an alarming rate, and now we can barely see the behemoth of Eau Rouge and Raidillon. But luckily, because these tyres can deal with all weathers, we don't need to pit. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm going to go on the inside so I can see, mostly. 3 for the price of 1. Can it? No. Oh, the grip level has disappeared. When it rains at Spa, it rains. Whoa. Got 2 more laps, including this one. Well, that changed all of a sudden, didn't it? Ooh, that just occurred. Even in third. Don't let the wheel spin get you. Full throttle is becoming a thing of the past. This is turning into one great big 7-kilometre long skid pan. Ooh, puddles. How can you go that fast? How dare you? Oh no, I can't see again. Oh, that's not a view you want going into Blanchimont. Follow the rain lights and hope they go in the right direction. Why are you so brave? All those 4 cars that we did get back through again. Right, 1 more lap to survive. Well, it's the nature of Spa though. Got to be prepared for anything. Oh, big puddle at the bottom of Eau Rouge. I don't care if we lost a spot. We're still heading in the right direction. We've got some more. Oh, I've just been hacking and Come on, if you're going to go past me, at least get a move on. There's a corner around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, there's not much to see. Kind of glad I'm not doing this in VR because that would just be absolutely terrifying. Okay. Oh, there's that puddling on the inside, you've got to stay away from that. Somehow, oop, we're having a bit of a battle going on. Out there somewhere. There's Braille driving off the curbs at the moment. Another big puddle. Off the grass. I'm not going that fast in a straight line because I can't go in a straight line. There we go. Well, that went better than the last one. Despite finishing down the field, we managed to finish without going off. So there we go, that's good. And we had our first introduction to Spa weather, so I can actually catch up with the comments now because I was too busy concentrating. Point of view, the weather forecast for Spa this weekend. Yes, no, it probably is going to be very similar to that. Yeah, no rain except on the podium ceremony. Yes, that probably will happen. Yeah, I know. I think the AI getting really friendly on the rain weather there. So there we go. That's the Formula Vintages done. From there, we then jump back up the list here towards the Formula Classics Gen 1. So, no we don't. No we don't. We go to the Formula Retros first, and then we go Formula Classics. So, the Gen 1 cars, the Brabham BT44, the V12, V8, the Lotus 72, and the McLaren M23. So many good cars to choose from in here. What do we go with? I reckon we're just going to go with this, haven't we? Iconic, the Lotus 72 in that particular livery. Again, still on the old format of circuit. Now we're getting a little bit more sophisticated. We have ditched the cross-ply tyres. We're now on slicks. Even though we're on slicks doesn't mean we have loads of grip because they are old compound slicks, which means they aren't quite as sticky and soft as modern slicks would be. And even despite having that huge rear end tyre, just to really make it interesting. So we've got little tyres on the front, big ones on the rear. We've put us in 9th. That's very kind of them. And we're dry for now. We should probably do, because we don't need 11 laps. We should probably have done that earlier, but that's fine. But if it does rain this time, we are going to have to pit. So that'll be interesting. I think I've ever done a pit stop in an AMS2. Oh well, we'll see how that goes. Here we are then, up on the grid. Don't roll backwards. Once again, DFV Cosworth power. Big tall airboxes is all you can see in front of you apart from the tyres. Now this breed of Formula 1 cars are probably one of my favourites to look at. One, because the designs are so intuitive and out there and just interesting. There's a lot of variety on the grid. Please rain, says Troy. Please no. But yeah, there's so much variety on the grid, and all the cars don't look the same. But they're all experimenting with the high airbox idea to get some nice clean cold air into the engine. The Lotus 72, again, another very successful Lotus F1 car from the days of Colin Chapman. I think we're a bit out of our depth up here in 9th, but we shall persist. Ooh, someone going up the curb to try and get a position ahead of us. Okay, definitely a bit more grip on hand. We'll get used to that as we go. Tyres aren't up to temperature yet either, so got more to come to us, hopefully. Definitely starting to make a slightly quicker apex speed at curve 4 for air now. We've got a bit of grip and downforce behind us. I feel the car load up going into the first part of the kink in towards Blanchimont. Still a lift through there, it's not going to be flat yet. Three left, 3 right cut would be the pace notes for that one. For all you rally fans out there. Okay, come on tyres, give me some grip. I need it. Don't tell me. Oh, there is. So, Troy, have you set the weather settings? Question is, how bad is it going to get? At the moment, it's just test your bravery, Rain. Now it's getting heavier, and my bravery's running out. Okay. Ugh, get out of it. Getting beaten up by McLaren. Jory's a happy man. Ooh. Come on. It's not rallycross, get off. Right. Chuck it down, says Troy. Okay, I'm gonna call it. I reckon we stay out for at least one more lap. Yeah, one more lap, at least. As you turn the corner, you look towards the forest in the Ardennes, and you see a little bit of a haze. You know you're in for some trouble. Tyres are still stone cold. But hey, who knows? It may just made us stay as light rain, we might actually get away with it. Except now we're seeing spray off the back of the car ahead of me, and all of a sudden the grip has disappeared until they can't. Yeah, okay. We're pitting this time round. Stay on the dry line. AI still have nice levels of grip, obviously. Yeah. You gotta make those calls, Troy. Sometimes it goes your way, other times not. But I reckon I'm gonna pit here and none of those are going to. But we'll try it. Because we're not getting any heat in these slicks at all, so it's not going to help. For the slick tyres to work, we've got to have some heat going. I feel like I'm towing a caravan, everyone's behind me. Oh, you know what? It doesn't look so bad over here. It's just they come. Still blue skies, we're going to go again. Get out of it. No, it's definitely clearing up. We're good. Wasn't quite enough rain for you, Troy. There you go, see? It's all better. It's still wet up here though, look at this. That's the great thing about Spa as well though, is that because it's so long of a circuit, you really can get weather of two different halves of the circuit. Where it's going to start drying out. I guess they come instant down. Yeah. The dynamic weather gets the best of you. Alright, okay. You can start pushing on a bit more now, it's not as damp. Still got our queue, but they're going to stay there if I can help it. Oh. Luckily we have a bit more grip, because I thought I'd missed my braking point then, but we made it. Last lap coming up. Do like this load of 72 though, it does feel nice to drive. It really does. Definitely tell the difference in technology advances as we take radio on much quicker. It was just a passing shower, look, see, it's back to glorious sunshine again. Get off the grass. It's the problem with these huge rear slicks. You don't think the car's as wide as it is. And then all of a sudden you're on the grass. It's good that that puddle's still up there. It's still a little bit damp up at Lake On. Yeah, this layout is good, isn't it, Funky? I also quite like the update they did to the bus stop following this, which was just elongating the first part of the chicane a little bit more. That's when it went left and right, rather than the current right-left configuration. Well, we got a little bit of temperature back in the tyres. Not a huge amount, but enough. Yeah, just a breath off the throttle there, just to make sure we get through there safely. And of course the finish line is on that side there. There we go, we made a top 10. We actually stayed where we started. Oh dear. I've got a glass back now though. It's all tense after trying to hold on to that. P9 in the Lotus 72. It's good. Happy with that. Even if we did hold up the entire field. Okay, moving on to Formula Retro Gen 2, so a little bit later in the 70s now. So we've done Lotuses already, we've done plenty of Lotus. This is the floating bodied Lotus 79. We're starting to get ground effect era going on now with aerodynamic advancements. This is the generic Formula Retro Gen 2. And I think we're going to go with the Brabham for this one, the BT46 fan car, why not? Something a bit different, and obviously we're staying in that particular layout. We're not last. Yes. There's a first for everything, eh, Troy? Especially with me. But yeah, this car is going to be interesting. Now, as you remember from when we tested this out first time, the fan which pulls the car down onto the road spins higher with RPM, so it's linked to the RPM. So we've got to keep our revs high, which means lots of shifting down gears, probably lower gears than you would expect to normally run. So let's see how we get on here. We've got another mixed grid of everybody. Where are we starting on this one? 23rd. Okay. It knows we're in a Brabham fan car, so it's just like, well, you're obviously cheating, so let's just put you at the back. Beautiful day in Spa Francorchamps, albeit a few years later. Come on, let's all be nice and orderly through La Source. Please. Well, we started off being okay, and we've only got one car behind us now. Right. Oh, there's so much more grip. Let's use this downforce. I'm glad there was a 6th gear in the car, because I was just shifting to 6th, hoping it was going to be there. Well, there is a lot more grip, but not quite that much more grip. A little bit overexcited going into Lake On that time around. Rain appears to be returning once again. What's a Grand Prix at Spa without rain anyway? Or any race at Spa for that matter. We've caught a train of cars. What's going on? Let's try and break them up a little bit. Not physically, obviously, just separate them. How fast can we take Francorchamps? Faster than them. We'll have that. And it's raining at the bus stop. Much more than everywhere else. Ah, let's do it. So it's probably not going to change before wets, is it? I don't know what tyres you're putting on. No, I don't want... Ah, there we go. Yes, thank you. Put wets on. Excellent. Exploring pit stops live on air. This is what we're doing right now. Repairs. Finish started. Okay, it's definitely raining now. Right, let's use these wet tyres to our advantage while we can. See if we can gain any spots back. Weather's rolling in. Still not that much grip. But we've got a fan underneath us, it should be clearing the water out of the way. Use the downforce where we can. Stay away from those puddles. Just an exercise in avoiding apexes. That's something I'm quite adept at. Especially there. Question is, are we going quick enough to catch the AI cars? Probably not. Ooh, we are. Still not stopping for the bus stop though. It's my new alternative line to that. Oh, they're pitting as well. Ooh, oh, that one didn't make it. Turn, 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 turn. Okay, we're now up to 16th. So that's good. Avoid Eau Rouge. Yeah, you hope that Ryzer gives us the old 60s layout. Yeah, that would be good. It really is. Little to no grip at Lakon, but at least this time we sort of kept it on the road. Well, that fan car was using the brakes. All that advantage we made pitting early. And then we're pretty much stone cold last once again. Rain light piercing through the spray. Should have the advantage here. Oh, it's one off in the gravel. Oh, two off in the gravel. Don't come on in front of me, thank you. Two freebies, that's what we like. It's getting wetter. Okay, up to P22. Hi Stephen. Old Spa and Old Nordschleife will appear in AMS2. Ah, good. That'd be nice. Yeah, fan close-up, yeah. What setup's he running on the rear end there? I mean, he's using 2 degrees of toe in. Two laps to gain some kind of positions back on our little excursion off. The spray is very difficult. Oop, another thunderstorm. Racing in the rain really is terrifying, isn't it? Let's go out here so we can see where we're going a little bit. Get it really slowed down around the outside and around the outside into the barrier. Oh, thank you. But sort of pointing me in the right direction. Oh, they're all over the place. Okay, but this time, having that many strikes on the barrier, I think our race is run. And we're doing so well. Okay, so let's form the Retro Gen 2 again in the rain at Spa. Yeah, probably will come as DLC at some point. That would be good. Right, next. Now we're on to the realms of Formula Classic. So we start off with the Gen 1s, which have ridiculous amounts of horsepower, because obviously we can control the horsepower that we've just been racing with very easily, so we're just going to throw more at it. Both V6s. It's just a case of going whichever one looks the coolest, and I'm going to go with the longer one. Go with this red livery. And this is late, or mid to late 80s. So we're still at this layout, and we'll go again. Let's see if we have any more rain. Maybe. Ah dear. So other amazing memories from Spa Francorchamps then. So what have we got? We have the Weber Alonso overtake at Eau Rouge, which is pretty good. What else have we got? Seeing cars going wheel to wheel down the Kemmel Straight. P11 for this one. Turbo powered V6 is now the aim of the game. Into turn 1. And we've made it through this time, for the first time in quite a while. up and running. I didn't dare take that flap, but it seems the AI can. So yeah, you're a fan of the class. Oop, only 5 gears, Phil. We just got launched. Completely launched. I'm not having that. What's going on with that? Just, oops, hang on. Before we jump into that, let's put our fuel out. We can't do too much. Okay. Seems to be brave on the brakes, obviously. Getting tangled up with other cars. Get off! No, don't you join in. Okay, can we all just let go of each other now and we'll focus on racing? Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, give them some space. And hopefully don't get taken out. Obviously broke at a much more sensible point that time through. Yes, we're actually making progress. Again, we've got big slicks, more aero going on again. We don't have the luxury of a fan to help pulling us into the ground. Guess what? The rain's coming back again. It is on random weather, I promise. I haven't set it to do this permanently. Now I have another decision to make. Oh wow, we're close to going around then. We were flat through Francorchamps. Stay out again. Probably a bad choice, looking at the clouds. Yeah, probably was a bad choice, but oh well. Yeah, we got rooster tails going up. Radio. Yes, it probably is what they call mechanical grip. Oh no. That's what they call lack of grip. AI cars are slowing up. Don't blame them. Flame out the back of the car ahead of us. Does make you concentrate a lot more when the rain comes down. At least by now we get a good idea of where the puddles form here at Spa Francorchamps. another choice to make. Do we pit, or do we hope that it clears up? It's not clearing up, is it? Oops, someone's staying out there. Oh, that's not my pit crew. Get down here. Worst pit entry ever. Yes, we are in the area where they brought rain lights in. They do help. We're away. I hope they put wets on, that's all I can say. Right. Avoid the puddle. So we're up to P13. Let's see where that puts us when everyone cycles through. Guess what, everybody? We made it through Lake On. It's been a while. Wheel spinning everywhere. It's not an overtaking point, but I don't know whether these guys are on slick still. Doesn't matter if you're on slicks or not when you hit those puddles. Ooh. Taking a chance, going around the outside there. They got someone on the inside. Nice to hold that off. I think there's a corner coming up. Going here, we're brightening up again now, I can see. Oh, just like that. A dry line appears. Handy. It's only because we got it set to following the race length in terms of changing conditions, so... We only got this lap and one more to hold on, so we have to make our wet tyres work. Still got a big puddle on the inside there though. Oops. Did that much slower through there. Just slam the brakes on. Stay away from the inside. There's areas of the track which has got loads of spray and then others which you don't see any of it, so... Right, final lap. Send it into the source. Just like that, the spray is gone. Apart from for those guys. Right, we can see again for a moment. Oh! And breathe. Rest the shoulder. That's what happens when you relax, isn't it? Oh well, end of that race. Wet weather strikes again. Oh dear, I tell you what, that's pretty tiring doing all those. Right, we're going to jump forward to the next Formula Classic, which is this one, the Model 2, so the Gen 2s. Here you have V8 engines and V6. So we've run the V6, so we're going to run one of the V8s, which will run that one there. And I think what we'll do is we'll we've had a bit of rain. Let's have some sunshine for a change, shall we, at Spa? We'll have some sunshine. Get ourselves a chance to get used to the car for a change, rather than getting all the grip and then having no grip, and then having a little bit of grip back again. So splashing through Eau Rouge as the track dries. Yeah, it's satisfying. It's such a challenge driving in the wet. I mean, when it gets really wet like that, when you've just got big puddles everywhere, it's quite difficult to kind of navigate the circuit, but in general it's... oh, well. Here we go. Just rolling backwards just to give ourselves a bit of a burnout start, obviously. So this time there is no threat of rain. We have got 6 gears to play with, I'm going to let him go. Oh, Eau Rouge is quick now. And that run. Right, where are you braking from this? They can't. The flame spitting out the car ahead is nice. Oh, okay. Loads of grip. Speed is building a lot more now, and we're going backwards. Sorry. Sorry. Can get a restart? These things are just fuel thirsty, aren't they? Got a bit lucky with the start there. I kind of floored it before the lights went green. Right. I saved him. I'll have to watch that again in replay, I think. Oh, we can't. Yes, Cyrus. That was your experience with the AI as well. Yep. They're a little bit jittery around here, but it's okay. What a start. Oh, stay off those curbs. Okay, right, we survived-ish the first lap. Let's try and get some kind of going. Steady on. Gotta adjust to the braking points, having so much more grip available. Obviously we've got grippier tyres now, more mechanical grip, a little bit more aero as well. And we're flat through Eau Rouge, just. Back end's trying to turn it into the corner for me at the moment. You've got to be quick with the gear shifting to keep up with this thing. Overslowed it for Pouon, that's for sure. Too much. This time don't put a wheel on the grass going into Francorchamps. We should be all okay. So we've got cars behind, but they're not pressing too hard at the moment. Probably a little late on the brakes. Hope you agree with that. Is the shift to 6th? Fancy some racing. We might do that on maybe on Monday. We'll have to arrange something, do a hosted session. Turned in for the first part of poo on, that's a little bit quicker. Oh dear. Still not quite as quick as the AI though. I'll try my best, guys, I will, honest. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's glad these are all AI drivers. At least they won't try and hunt me down. Down to Eau Rouge once again. The car loading up through there. So what happens when you get a good consistent spell of dry running, you can actually get used to the car rather than just trying to fight the weather. Saved it, just about. Nothing quite like a one-arm save, one-handed save around Rivage in a ridiculously powered Formula 1 car. Oh no, fourth gear, that's better. More shaken now after that mad moment, but still going in the right direction. Definitely steering from the rear in some cases. Protest, don't touch the curb. Yeah, I know. I should do more of that, huh? Not touching curbs. Doesn't help. Not around this one anyway. But they're just so inviting. Yeah. They paint them red and white to stand out and you just aim for them, don't you? Final lap then. Let's see what we've got in store. See if we can actually make all our gear shifts. Which is something that's been lacking over the last couple of laps. So we're in 6th gear, I can leave it there now, that's fine. We've actually pulled a bit of a gap behind. Not that we've gained anything ahead of course, but... Right, braking on the curb. A cleaner section, we didn't touch many curbs through there. Sliding into the campus corner. Can't excel as far about driving cars with H-pattern gearboxes, especially when they're this mental. There's constantly shifting gears. Cross-skate down the gears as well. And there we go, one semi-decent final lap. That's quite comfortably our quickest of the race. 1:58.6. Right, okay, well we actually finished that one in 6th, which is nice. So that one worked okay. So we've got one more Formula Classic in this group, which is the Gen 3 cars. This takes it more towards the 90s now. So again, we've got V12, V10 and V8 to play with. It's kind of similar to a Benetton type car or a Ascari. The V10, which is your Williams FW 13, can't quite remember. And then obviously the V12, which is based around a certain prancing horse. But we're going to try the V10 because we've not touched the V10s yet. Well, having said that, they're probably going to be next, so we'll we'll go back to a V12 for now while we've still got them. Let's go yellow for this one. And because we're early 90s, this is 93, so we can actually stick with this one. This is going to be the last running of this one, I think, because our next one will be mid-90s, and then we'll shift onto the newer version of the circuit, even though it's still too new, but it's okay. We'll run with it anyway. So, Formula Classic Gen 3 Model 1 is what we're running here. These are just generic models of Formula 1 cars, based loosely around cars of that time. Oh, it's being even kinder, it's giving me second. Don't worry, we won't stay there. Let's take some fuel out, don't need 13 laps. Let's give myself half a fighting chance of staying where I'm put. Right, so 1990s Formula 1 cars, paddle shifters, and screaming V12s. Where did you come from in the middle of the grid? The H pattern is done away with. The V12 power catching that V8 ahead of us, hand over fist into Eau Rouge. Let's see if we can repeat that. Going down the Kemmel Straight, big toe on the slipstream. 7 gears to play with, and we breeze past into second. Hot on the heels of the leader as well. Let's see if we can stay with him. Oh, don't we miss the V12s and the V10s? The V8's back. A bit more nimble through the corners, obviously. So we'll use our power to our advantage in a moment. Seven gears as well. And let's right up with them. Okay, got that done. Come on, V12 power. Let's see what we can do down the straight. Moving around a little bit through there. almost like the 7th gear is this like overdrive. You just go into there and just takes off. A little bit twitchy, but yeah, this song is amazing, isn't it? Music, pure music. You're missing something in the corners, not quite there through the middle section of the lap. That's pretty much flat through curve 4 for air that time. Francorchamps an easy flat. Panic then, think I was down in neutral, but it's okay. Now the tyres are up to temperature, should I say. We are much more comfortable through our own rouge than early on. Down the rear end there, sparks flying. Caught up with the leader now. Ride 'em, cowboy. So maybe it's not quite as flat as you think it would be. Curve 4 for him. Oops, double shift. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a good toe down the Camel Straight, which we're going to do. There's the move for the lead. So busy trying to see whereabouts he was, see if we can have a wheel-to-wheel moment, but ended up having a wheel-to-grass moment instead. Suddenly we find ourselves in the lead despite our best efforts to throw it away. Yeah, just about to say, let him make you had a little confidence lift just to make sure I didn't do the same thing again. these speeds you've got to be pretty accurate with your turning when you're going into there. Just love how you fire out of the old bus stop. Final lap then, let's see if we can hold on. Got a bit of fresh air between us and some sparks. Shift down 2 gears then, because I wasn't paying attention, as usual, going into Pool. Don't know what I was looking at then, anything. Okay, just launching around on the bus stop to go. Race over, yes it certainly is. That's a win. That was a fun race. We actually had a bit of a race that time. That's a cool car. So good. Right. That's the Formula Classics done and dusted. Now we move on to some V10 action. Two categories of V10 formulas in Automobilista 2. First up is the Gen 1s, which we can choose from here actually. Is that... No, it's not. No, it's not. I am ahead of myself. It's Formula V12s first. So more V12 music to play with. This is getting closer towards kind of 95-ish. You know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Change track to this one. Oh dear. Okay. So more V12 goodness. 700 horsepower on tap. 245 newton meters of torque, and yeah, that lovely soundtrack to accompany it. This is your favourite, is it, Azaris? I think I remember you really liking this one. Yeah, you really do see the difference in terms of going from the 60s cars through to the 90s cars and even the 80s cars. There's such a massive difference in performance between them. So yeah, it's quite noticeable. Also as noticeable is the fact that our starting grid is now on a straight rather than a corner, because we've got the new version of Spa Francorchamps to play with. Steering yoke rather than a wheel. No, it's open top. Screaming V12. Let's try not to take people out this time. He says, running straight into someone and another one. You know what I need to do? I really need to stop cursing my own races. Because every time I say something, it's instant death. It's just no matter what happens. Here we go. Let's try again. Another poor start. Just trying to get back in line, that's all I want. Wow. Speaking of wow, can't even blame the weather for that one. Just this is where you tell me I should put crew chief on, because then I at least know there's someone on my right side. Better start this time. Hopefully we don't cut someone off going down towards Eau Rouge. Anyone there? No, I think we're good. Right, let's get on with the race, shall we? So you notice that the tyres are a little bit narrower compared to what we were just running. But still slicks nonetheless. Andrea de Cesaris is bullying you. De Crusherus. Welcome RTP, by the way. Thanks for watching. Spa is a very different route in its modern day form. It's giving the guy a hell of a hurry up, you know, that's how it is. But so much more forgiving. Yes, there's still gravel traps, but you know, if I had a Troy moment at Pouhon, it wouldn't matter so much. I'll just carry on because it's still tarmac. A bit of a tow here, but I'm going to have to lift off just because there's nowhere to go. We're lifting through there as well. Right, new bus stop. Well, they're quick through there. Super aggressive as well, the AI. Get off. Leave me alone. Just a man trying to do a job. Wow, okay. That was a bit too pointy turning into Eau Rouge. See if we can round these two up. And also here through Les Combes, a whole heap more tarmac, and of course flatter curbs too. Making a big difference. The run from Rivage down to the corner with no name seems that's daunting as well. Right, we've got another gaggle up ahead of us here. Let's see if we can get involved. Not like that, we're not. Still fighting. Dust going everywhere. Now they do lift through here, so if we can take this flat, which we can, right up with them again. Just trying to get the power down at the bus stop. Not an easy task in this thing. Probably the same out of here. Banging wheels. I think what we're doing through there is I think we're grounding out a little bit. This is kind of sending the car going all over the place, different angles. Right, stay with them through here. less daunting because there's more runoff on the left hand side there. It's not quite so tunnelled going into Speaker's Corner with no name. Don't know which one you know it as. Right, here we go, we've got a race on now. No room on the inside, so we'll just hold off for the moment. Off that curb. Right, so be aware of them lifting through Blanchemont because they will. So I'll do the same. Get on the power earlier. Make it 3 wide into the bus stop. Why not? No. Probably best not do that. Live to fight another day. They seem to have sorted themselves out temporarily up ahead, so now's our chance to pick them off. Car took off going over there then, in the curb. Okay, get the draft. Get that draft! And we'll happily take 3 into Lake Hong. P4 now. Let's see if we can get any more. We've got this lap and another one to go. Track limits. Let's go get them. Nicely 1.1 seconds up on our quickest time, so hopefully that'll help us claw back some of this difference ahead of us. Held up by the last slot. Definitely going to try second through there rather than first, I think. So the Belgian Grand Prix has not always been held at Spa Francorchamps. There were a couple of years where they moved it from Spa Francorchamps just purely because the circuit was so dangerous and it was having too many severe accidents. So they have run the Belgian Grand Prix at Zolder, which unfortunately didn't end too well either, and also Nivelles, which is another circuit in Belgium, before coming back to Spa again. It's also had a spell of time off the F1 calendar, despite being one of the original tracks to make up the calendar back in the day. But unfortunately it was obviously not working out monetary-wise at the time, but thankfully it's now up and running again and back on the calendar, and it hasn't been off for quite some time now, so long may that continue. Not going to get these two ahead of us, but we have closed the gap. The F from the V12 is yeah, it's a real gem of a car. This thing is, it's very nice. slight thing, I was going to leave it in second. I still went down to first. So P4 it is in the Formula V12 at the new Spa Francorchamps, which is cool. Right, very good. Now we move into the Formula V10s. We were just a little bit ahead of our time just before, so we'll do that next. So for the V10 Gen 1 and 2, and then after that we will have the Formula Riser and the Formula Ultimate to finish us off, quite literally. So the Formula V10 Gen 1s, we have a generic one like this, or we have the McLaren MP412, so obviously we're going to go with the McLaren. I haven't got the third brake mapped, so we're just going to be using the traditional braking method, and given my ability, I don't think I should be trying to use a third brake at this point. Probably not a smart idea. So yeah, we'll just continue to drive it like a regular car with normal brakes. But this did have a trick braking setup whereby you could have an extra pedal, or you had an extra pedal in the cockpit which acted on the inside wheel, or depending which wheel you wanted, at the rear as well, just to kind of assist with turning. So yeah, a little bit trick, but very successful as well. So here we go, Goodyear tyres on, slicks once again. And V10 power. First corner dive bump. Yep, we're in the McLaren. McLaren Mercedes, once again reunited. We got tangled going through Eau Rouge. Yeah, no need for the third brake at Spa. I think it's just for really tight circuits. Sitting so much lower in the cockpit now, you don't get to see an awful lot when you're turning because you just have a great big hand in the way. Should turn that off really, but you get to see what the driver sees. Okay, need to go a little bit slower into this first part of Pouhon, sorry. It does make following another car quite tricky because you just know he's there, but you don't quite know how close he is. Strangely enough, there doesn't seem to be as much grip in this than there was in the Formula V12. But it's early days yet. I do love the V10s, the high revving V10s. Kind of a block pass, but got the job done. Wow, okay, we had serious wheel lift going on at the top of Radion then. I had no control. It just took off. There's a bit of a lock-up going into Rivage. We don't need to drive the wet lines, we can find the apexes now, it is allowed. There's no puddles there, promise. What it does do though is it makes sure that you keep your eyes focused as far ahead as possible, because that's the only place you have really to look. You have to focus your eyes so far ahead. Eric, welcome along. You love this game. Last DLC have my City Street Circuit Salvador. Yes! Is that your local circuit, is Eric? What do you think of the Salvador circuit on here? I think it's pretty cool. It's a unique challenge. I'm not going to go for the move there, that's just silly. Oop. Did we get another track limit strike? Yes, we did. It could be very useful at Pouhon in the right hand. Yeah. The third brake. We made one spot somehow through all of that. So up to P9 in the top 10 nicely. Yeah, the front end's a little bit hesitant going in there, but it's okay. Obviously we've got heaps more aero going on now as well, compared to what we have been driving with. Lines went all over the place going through that last section. I'm not surprised I'm being attacked from behind. These guys ahead having a pretty good battle. Let's see if we can... No, I'm not going to... Sneak one up the inside, just about got away with going down the outside. What happens when you put a wheel on the grass? It's not ideal. Right, follow through here, not run off at the top of Eau Rouge. It's better. Right. We seem to have some kind of massive straight line advantage. It's almost cheating. You know you're pretty close, when even with the hands covering the view ahead of you, you can still see the car. So I'm just kind of guessing here, but I'm thinking this is a 96 era car, maybe, because 97 is when they brought in the grooved slicks, and these are running regular slicks, if I'm right. Driving without being able to see where you're going. I'm surprised this hasn't turned more into a braille driving experience than I was expecting. On the penultimate lap anyway, so we should be able to round this guy up a little bit. Not going to move here. Let's see if we can lunge him into the bus stop. Turned in anyway. That's my bad. Oh no. And of course we stalled it and we have no onboard starter. So that's our race run in the McLaren. It was going so well. But that was fun. I enjoyed driving that. That was good. Shame about the the move at the bus stop there. That didn't work out, but hey, that's racing. Okay, Formula V10 Gen 2, more Formula V10 action. This is the grooved slicked version, What should we run here? That blue one's quite nice, I'm going to run that one. So, this is more into your 97, 98 kind of vintage of a Formula 1 car. So, again, quite basic in looks actually, you know. It starts getting crazy when you get into the late 90s, early 2000s, when aero really starts developing, and you get all these little winglets all over the place. So at this point in time, they're still quite sleek designed single-seaters, which is nice. So we're starting P13 for this one. There we go with our groove slicks on board. Smaller steering wheel, hopefully we can see where we're going. And traction control as well. Now this is the Formula V10 sound we're very familiar with. I remember being at Silverstone for something else entirely, and hearing a Formula 1 team doing some testing on the Stowe circuit, which on the inside of Silverstone, and you could hear this car for miles and just screaming. It's so good. So even with the groove slicks, there's a significant amount of grip available. Because there's traction control on board as well, you can almost be a little bit more generous with the throttle. Too early on the old turn-in. Such a difficult corner, that one. Always end up running too deep into there. Is this the most modern era you've tried, Funky? Not a high downforce fan, yeah. There's still enough of a movement going on in this particular car. We need to download the liveries package. Yeah, I do. I've not done that yet. I need to do some liveries for AMS2. Still using the default ones. Too much Colin McRae back in the day, Frankie. Not used to this downforce stuff. Oh, look at that! We're getting feisty ahead of us there. Right. Our usual Camel Straight Turbo Boost mode engaged, but this time nowhere to go. Alright then, let's go 3 wide through there. GP Laps raced a modified version with no aero. Okay. Be interesting. Might be quite a handful. Screaming away. Traction control cutting in quite a bit, but maybe what we'll have to do is make our own liveries. We'll do some SRB ones for some of the cars in here, that'd be fun. Figure out how to do that. Right, let's pull over into my lane. So there's just enough traction control just to kind of take out the really low end kind of oversteering moments, but you still get a fair amount of slip once that traction control disappears. Got to clear these people somehow. Like this. Nope. The AI slipstream each other, yeah, the whole way around at the moment. Sounds like a bit of a mongrel Formula 1 car like GP Labs did. Street tyres. Okay, we've still got someone with us, so let's try and keep them behind. Just drop back a little bit from these guys ahead, but we can pull them back in again. Bit of a wobble going into it. Piff puff. We're right back on their case again. On the straights they're going to tuck back in again, but now they're going for it again. I guess that's what happens when you touch wheels. Not quite how I was expecting that battle to end. Stage right, vertically. And magically we're up into P6, just like that. Ah! Not anymore. Ooh. The slipstream effect is strong. Off around the outside of Rivage. Oh, he's still there. It's getting feisty. Look, just because you took out the other guy, so you have to do it to me too. And that's me stalled once again. Oh, shame. That was a really good race up until that point. Yeah, contact physics was a little bit questionable between the AI. Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's see if we can finish a race in the Formula Riser, which is our penultimate Formula 1 car. Now we're into the V8 era with the wide front wings, narrow rear wings, which we've kind of jumped a fair chunk of time in history here, because we've gone from where they were in kind of late, well, no, early 2000s potentially, straight through to 2009. We're going to almost skip a decade. This is when this particular type of regulation came into force. And it stuck us on P2 again. Very, very kind. Here we go. Very different breed of single-seaters of Formula 1 cars to what we started out with already. It's going to change even more rapidly as we get into the next car, but for the time being we have V8s, which still sound considerably nicer than the V6s, although I am starting to get used to them a bit more. Slipstream. Let's just let them go, have their own accident. Or just join them in there. Okay. Big gaping holes in the bodywork at the back of the cars, as you can see. Exhaust portals. Cooling of the engine area. Oh, okay, some pretty bad stuttering going on there, that's not good. Let's see if that calms down. Okay, well we slipped to P8, but that's okay. You can see an awful lot of the bodywork ahead of you here. It's just like the bit where the nose drops off. Yeah, so against the player the slipstream seems to work very well, but not against each other, yeah. Yeah, they seem to pull back on me really quickly when I was in the previous race anyway. Yeah, the button, the steering wheel is quite busy, isn't it? A bit too much going on there. Just let me drive. Let's go all Kimmy on them. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Actually, leave me alone, I know what to do, isn't it? Is the quote. So this is the era where we have gone back to regular slicks again. Feels like we're back playing Falcon 4. Is that because of the stutters? Seems to have calmed down now, thankfully. Seems to do that every now and again, just has a fit. being chased. I'm going to stay over this side, out of the way. Steering's pretty heavy in this one, except for when it grounds out at the bottom of the road rouge. Harassed from the guys behind. Leave me alone. Right, lap through Francorchamps. It's not even a corner. Just a minor detour on the road. The new bus stop is very much a corner to just get through. Gonna run on me. Again, stay on the right, try and defend my position until they come. Snap of oversteer mid-corner, but nothing too much to worry about. Late again into reverse. The old bus stop is far more interesting. It's more to it. Like climbing the hill as well into the second part, I don't know, just seems to be a corner for nothing really. I mean, yeah, it does provide overtaking opportunities. Just a little throttle about there just for fun. Okay, final lap. Whoop. I'm going to lose all those places now. There's a guy on my outside on the left. Still top 10. Ah, hang on. Which one of these buttons does DRS? Apparently none of them. Not that we need it. When you realise you could have had even more of an advantage by using DRS. Puan is just so incredibly quick now. The heavier wheel is certainly giving my wrists a good workout. I can feel them a little bit now. It's nice and smooth with the steering inputs. finish in P6. We'll take that. Oh dear. Oh. Wow. Okay. Right. Last one then to complete our travel through time in the Belgian Grand Prix within Automobilista 2. We move on to the Formula Ultimate, which is the most recent Formula 1 style car that we have within Automobilista 2, and then bring in the Halo, which is on top of there, and we're V6 powered, and I should probably map a DRS button just to give myself an extra thing to think of. And let's have a look. Where is it? DRS. Map it to that one. Right. So let's go again. I mostly drive classic cars, so I don't have DRS mapped either. Do you have the cigarette lighter bound there? So when you start trying to put the, you know, you used to get those cassette tapes that you used to put in the radio to plug into your CD player or your Walkman or whatever you were using at the time. Start trying to put that in your CD drive or something. Then you know you've got issues. Right. So, how strong is my force feedback set? I'll show you that briefly before we get into it. That is my force feedback settings. I've not really played with it since they changed. Since we had to reset things with the different profiles, I've not really changed that very much, but it seems to be working fine. So those are what I'm using. Yeah, still strong enough for me even with my stick arms. So let's put us on P4 again for this one. Here we are. So we'll get a good start. And the revs instantly die. More gears than you have M&Ms in a 500-gram bag. It's just constantly pulling gears. Right, here we go. It's just insanely fast, isn't it? So much lighter on the steering as well. It's nice, it's giving my wrists a bit of a breather. Not that wrists breathe. An odd thing to say. But you know what I mean. Too busy trying to figure out what gear I was in as to where I was, rather than where I was turning. Okay, so what I was saying earlier on about modern day drivers being able to handle all sorts of things. Well, you've still got to be able to keep up with everything that's flying towards you at incredibly high velocity. And of course remembering which gear you're in. But that will come naturally once you've driven the car a few times, I'm sure. The lower gears almost don't even exist, you're just going to go through them so fast. Unsportsmanlike conduct, hitting the barrier. I mean, how dare you to gain an advantage by clipping the barrier on the inside of the source. Yeah, because that's the proper line through radio. Just go like that. Right, come on. Let's get it together. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. I did it to myself again. Please don't hit me. Okay. So that's not how we envisioned the race panning out. now at least we get some clear track to try and get used to this thing. It's just an absolute missile, isn't it? I mean, this is at a circuit like Spa where you've got such a long lap, but shorter circuits and things, it's just way too quick for it. We did a stream a while back where we tried Formula 1 cars on inappropriately short tracks. It was quite mad. We took this car around Taruma, I think it was, and yeah, that was pretty full on. I'm too scared to touch the throttle now. Come on, Phil, be brave. Still not quite finding the apex into radio. We'll do better next time, hopefully. So you can see the battery is draining on the heads-up display on the bottom right, so we are using some battery power. Somehow managed to catch the back of the train. So there's some hope for us not finishing last yet. Just the slightest of lifts through there. Right, let's see if we can pick some of these off then. We've got 2 more laps to go at the end of this one. We've got a huge group of cars ahead of us. Way better than Mazepin. almost spinning just as much. Guilty doing that. Almost spinning just as much in our first experience in the Formula Vintage. Right. Well, that was a messy overtaking moment. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess there goes our hopes of any position other than last. See, now you're putting the curses on me, RTP. I usually do that to myself. Although, to be fair, I kind of did. I go full Montoya. Now, it's probably at this point in time where I let out that Formula 1 cars are not really my forte. They're not something I tend to drive very often. I'm not sure if you can tell. But it's not something I tend to get involved with that often, but there's still a good challenge to try and learn and drive. So, let's, as we've got nothing else to concentrate on at this point in time due to my own poor driving ability, what has been your favourite era of Formula 1 cars? As we've gone through them, we've got quite a few to choose from, but what's your favourite era? I'm rooting for you, always. Oh, I appreciate that. At least I've got someone who has my back. what's your favourite era of Formula 1 car? I mean, I think, even though I was absolutely horrific driving it, I really enjoyed the Formula Vintage cars. I think probably the Gen 2 cars, the Lotus 49C is probably my favourite one that I drove this evening. And they all have their own little pluses and minuses. My favourite, the factory settings of this car are very messed up. Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll lay at that. We'll run with that excuse. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's all the setup's fault. Yeah, I'll blame that. The Formula Classic cars are quite fun to drive as well. So the big turbo-powered 80s Formula 1 cars, just because of the H-back gearbox and huge boosts. So just crawl across the line just to make sure we finish this one. And there we go. That is our run through. Ooh, got some celebratory donuts going on here as well. Quite sure why he's celebrating finishing 25th, but you know, maybe he's happy. I beat a human, he says. Okay, so that's been our run through of the Belgian Grand Prix throughout the ages of different types of Formula 1 car. Let us know your favourite ones in the comments if you're watching after the fact, but you know, we'd really like to hear your comments. We appreciate seeing what you guys think. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thanks for being here and being part of this. Hope you enjoyed it. We've had a bit of a laugh. We've not taken it too seriously, as we always do. It's all about having fun on this channel, and if we can laugh at ourselves, all the better. So yeah, hope you've had a laugh. And if you have had a laugh, please consider hitting the like button on the video. It really helps us out, gets the video seen. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, feel free to. You know, you get to see more of what we do, more craziness. We'll have plenty of other challenges that we'll be doing as well throughout the coming weeks, no doubt. But yeah, we really appreciate all of you guys for being here and watching with us this evening, and thank you for sharing your evening with us. Hope you enjoy the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend, and your chosen driver that you'll follow is successful. And we will see you next time we're on stream, which will be on Monday. So we're not streaming on Saturday as we would normally do. Monday will be our next stream because it's bank holiday and we're going to make the most of it. So expect more fun and shenanigans on Monday evening. But until then, we will see you all very, very soon indeed. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.